Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is DFree, and here today we're going to be taking a look at the Android 21 Zenkai, the upcoming new good Android 21, and last but not least, LF Gohan. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comment section down below if this is a banner you guys are going to be pulling on, if you guys are excited. Off the top, just for the record, I think that Android 21, this one here on the screen, is going to be the most relevant character from this trio because she fits the mold of a character that all of her main teams needed. She's also a free character that's getting a Zenkai awakening, so it just makes the most sense, right? But again, we have the good 21, and we also have LF Gohan. I want to start off by taking a look at the actual banner that's coming out as well, just to kind of recap here. This is going to be a step up. It goes up to step 6, and then after you're done with step 6, you go down to step 2. Step 6 is apparently a free summon. So there's that. You know, this is the roster for the main characters and all that stuff, the featured characters, blah, blah. And on top of that, though, let's go back and take a look at the tickets that are available for this banner. So in terms of the ticket banner, excuse me. So we do have the Last Hope Standing ticket. So this one here, 0.25 for these LF characters. These are the eligible LFs as well. I actually really hope to pull one more copy of Piccolo. If you haven't noticed, I haven't done any videos because I refuse to pull on the Legends Return banner, and I'm missing one Piccolo. Other than that, we do have the normal, you know, tickets that you guys get from co-op or blah, blah. And yeah, blah, blah is my word of the day. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at, and I want to see it in actual game. I want to see how it is in game in terms of the banner before I make the decision on whether I like it more than the most recent, you know, step-ups that we got and stuff like that. So we're going to start off with the free-to-play, like I said, Zenkai 21. So here are her stats, prorated to pretty much max out everything. She's got really high defenses. Wow, 187, you know, rounding up 190,000. These defensive stats are ridiculous because what this does is it means that she's going to take pretty much no damage from non-Zenkai units, just off the top. Unless they're like mega whaled out characters, she's going to be incredibly tanky with those types of defensive stats, and also has really good stats across the board. 2.7 million HP, good offensive numbers. She's a support type character, by the way, so like her stat spread is really impressive for that. All right, so let's take a look at the main ability now. Plus 30% of damage inflicted. It can't be canceled. Okay, that's pretty good. Reduces damage received by 20%. Can be canceled, but there is no timer on either of those two effects. So there's that. Applies attribute upgrade minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to allies for 60 counts. Okay, so you guys can go back and check out my video where I talk about the Zenkai. I'll leave it down below, and some of the things that I wanted to see, you know, in terms of like the way they were going to build her. I already know that some of that's in here because it just made the most sense, but yeah. So this is pretty short and sweet, simple, you know, there's that. But it is good that she picks up her own damage and she picks up tanking. So again, a lot of that is going to be really good for her. So plus 20% of damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts when this character enters the battlefield. So that's a little bit different than the traditional. So what that means is she benefits from that a lot more than other characters that need to sub out. A lot of times the characters that need to sub out, they're going to cycle back in with only being able to use their own buff for like a couple of counts. She actually enters, gets the buff, and then when she subs out, allies are still going to get that buff. So that's really good. So also, she restores allies ki by 25 when she switches out now. That's one of the things I mentioned in my video, and that's huge. That is huge. What that means is that on her teams now, they're going to have a reliable point character that'll be able to pivot into another option. Like, if for example, I've been saying this a bit, but like if Purple 21 were to get a Zenkai, you can only imagine like all these supporting effects and then subbing in, and obviously she was going to be fine regardless, but you know, that extra strike that she draws has a lot more value and you can gain more ki and keep that combo going just a little bit longer, right? So speaking of 21s, so this effect here is pretty much saying any 21 character is going to get all these buffs, but if you're from these different groups, you're not going to get all these buffs, right? So an Android character, when she subs out, these effects are applied to Android characters minus 20 to their blue card cost for 15 counts, to regen characters plus 50% to ki recovery, to a girl's character plus 30% to damage inflicted, and to a transforming warrior minus 5 to their blast arts cost. Again, the only characters that fit all those tags in the game is going to be Android 21s, so there's that. But again, if you're on the Android team, right, and you sub into Android 18, for example, she's still picking up the special move and then the damage, you know. But I will say that if you sub on Androids into like Android 16, he's not getting anything but the special move. Now, he's still getting ki, he's still getting this part too, the damage inflicted, so it kind of doesn't really matter. This is all just extra on top right here. But it's good the way that they built her, right? She's going to be, like I said, very relevant on all of her teams. So applies the following effects to enemy every time this character uses an arts. I don't believe this changes at all. If it did, it was very, very minor. Maybe they prolonged the effects. I think it went from 15 counts to 20 counts, actually. So there's that. But these didn't really need to be tweaked. They were really good. Minus 15, minus 20%. This is good. That stacks a lot, especially because she has draw speed now, which is down there. We're going to get to that in a minute. Like I said, she's going to be pretty interesting. Applies the following effects to allies when she's defeated. So this is really crazy. When she's defeated, she restores allies' health by 20%. She gives all allies the buff effect to nullify abnormal conditions. And she increases your Dragon Balls by 2. She literally gives you 2 Dragon Balls when she's defeated. I wonder if it would be a fun video to like have her just completely be on like regen, right? Alongside characters like Demon King Piccolo and Omega Shenron, who can really make usage of those Dragon Balls or gain more Dragon Balls and stuff like that. Like, she seems like she'd fit really well with those two, and you could maybe have a pretty anti-meta type of team with them. I like that idea, and I might, you know, try it out. Anyways, the following effects occur from battle start for 60 counts. So for the first 60 counts of the battle, plus 20% to special move damage inflicted by allied androids. Again, whenever it says allied, that does include the character themselves. So she does get this as well. So can't be canceled. All android characters are going to get the special move buff for the first 60 counts. That's actually really good for characters that are predicated on their special moves, like the reviving Cell, right? So plus 15% of damage inflicted by regen characters. Again, Cell does benefit from this too, just for the record, bringing him up. But again, android regen characters like Cell, like 21 are going to get the most buffs out of this type of ability here. But again, if you're using it on android or on regen without an android character, they're going to get, you know, some of the scarcer buffs here, like key recovery here, which is 50%, right? And then damage here. So there's that. You're going to have to pick and choose a little bit. But again, for the first 60 counts, she has +1 card draw speed. So there's that. Okay, and that's really good, by the way, because her green already drew another card. So when we get down to the green, and the fact that now restores key, she's in a really good position where she'll be able to chain some combos together. Her Photon Wave destroys all of your enemies' blue and green cards on hit. It's still teachable to Shallot, by the way. Not that it wouldn't be otherwise. Anyways, so Connoisseur Cut applies the following effects to self on hit, randomly draws 1 new card, restores key by 40 now, and also -5 to strike and blast card costs, combos into the blue, or not blue, excuse me, the green, and both of these regular arts cards. So her Zenkai ability, as a free character, it's prorated down to 20 and 25% respectively, and it's for blue android characters. So her Z ability doesn't change, but again, she is going to be quite good. She's going to be quite good. I want to take this moment to say, if you guys haven't yet, now's the perfect time. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, stick on for some more content. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Green 21. So Green 21, again, all those same tags, does not have powerful opponent because, well, she's not an antagonist. Not necessarily. Okay, so ranged type character. Okay, so we have actually ranged, support, and melee types now. So we need one more 21 to fill out the entire row. So anyways, so looking at the stats here, I'm gonna put her to 6-star. Defense is 136, 139 here, 211,000 blast attack, 200,000 strike attack, 2.1 million HP. Not bad. I mean, she's not a Legends Limited character. She's just a regular banner character, right? So those aren't particularly bad for her. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Although I will say that there are better examples of stat spreads and stuff like that among other characters. We'll see how her kit works out, though. Draws the Ultimate Arts card. Excellent buffet next. Restores own health by 25% and key by 60. Oh, yeah, that's great. Increases card draw speed by 1 level for 30 counts. Oh, yeah, this is one of those main abilities that draws an ult like Jiren's, that I'd almost consider using it, not even for the ultimate. Like, Jiren's main ability, half the time I draw it, or I use it just for the other effects. This one's like that. +1 to amount of special cover change. Oh, she has a special cover. So she can now do the special cover one more time. Okay, cool. Thanks for spoiling that. Okay. Applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Changes strikes to blasts. Oh, well, that's not great. I mean, it's great for her. Don't get me wrong. It's just, when I look at the climate of the girls' team, that's not something that they particularly want. 18, in fact, you know what? I guess you can make it work. As long as you keep the greens exclusively for 18, you're going to have a crap ton of blasts, by the way. Pairing these two is going to have a lot of blasts in your deck. Oh, my God. Is she like double blast hole, too? Like, yeah. Oh, no, she's 1-1. Okay, still. But outside of girls, it's not as big of a deal. I mean, like, regen, they can kind of go either way. I personally gravitate more towards being a melee-based team, but again, one character on your team that wants blasts, not a big deal, especially because her card spread isn't 2 blasts, right? Like I just pointed out. Androids, same type of deal. But yeah, anyways, so let's go down here. Changes strikes to blast. Again, this is incredible for her. It's incredible for her. I want to specify that. Anyways, plus 60% to damage inflicted, cannot be stacked, reduces damage received by 30% for 15 counts, and also -5 to her blast art's cost. Okay. Plus 10% to blast damage inflicted every time another battle member is hit with an enemy's strikes, blasts, or special moves, up to 50%. This is a unique that's not very common. It's being a little bit repurposed here for the release of this character. I believe like EX Brienne has this type of mechanic. So whenever allies are hit, this character gets buffed. And I believe like the Rage Trunks has something like this too. It's not very common though. So whenever allies are hit, she gets buffs up to 50%. And pretty much hit with strikes, pretty much anything that does damage, right? Aside from ults and I guess rushes. So you have a lot of blasts going on here. So plus 10% more blast damage, up to 50. This can be canceled, but it can you know, be set up again. She has the minus cost. She has the 60%. She has the automatic change. And if you have to also consider her from the climate of subbing in off of this character, because that's the best possible scenario. You get another 5 negative costs on blasts. And you get 30% damage, 50% key recovery, 20% special move arts, and if it's in the first 60 counts, you get another 20%, 20% there, 15% here. Yeah, you gotta also consider her with that type of scenario. So that's something, man. Receives 0 damage and changing cover for the first time, activates during assists. Oh, she has a cover rescue. No wonder she can do it more than once. Okay, she has a cover rescue like LFSS3, like IT Goku. You guys know those characters. So she has that. Can you get another one as well with the main ability? Applies falling effects itself when at least one allied character is defeated. Plus 30% to damage, can't be canceled. Thank you for that. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens sub count by 2. This is actually pretty nuts because it offsets the cost of using the cover change. That's a really good ability. You do need a defeated ally, but she's going to be really good at keeping one more ally alive because of the covers, the cost down, all that stuff. She's going to be really good at that. So her blast, plus 15% of special move damage for 15 counts upon activation. Oh, that's fun. Her special moves are going to hit like a truck, apparently. Plus 20% to damage inflicted upon activation. It's only major impact damage, though. Oh, my goodness. Could you imagine if they gave her massive? My God. The following effects occur on hit. So she has a solar flare. It's long range. Inflicts enemy with flash. Draws a special move next, activates 2 times, she draws a blue card twice, and restores enough key to use it, and buffs allies by 15%. Okay, not bad. Massive impact damage with the ult. The following effects occur according to the number of battle members. So this is similar to, what is it, Merge Masu? Does he have something like this? It's been a while since I've read those characters' kits, but I believe he has something like this. Anyways, so 3 battle members plus 40%. If you have 2, it's plus 50%. And inflicts all enemies with no freaking switching for 3 counts upon activation. Oh my goodness. And then 70% when there's 1, when she's the last lady standing. And no switching. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Blast restores key. Oh, this is hilarious because off the switch, her blasts are going to be so cheap anyway. Not to mention this character restores key on sub out. She's gonna be able to change. Yo, she doesn't have draw speed. She doesn't. Am I crazy, or does she have draw speed? Oh, let me search for it. She does have draw speed. Oh yeah, she does. That's why I said the main ability was stupid. I forgot. Yeah, yo, after a main ability, off a switch from the other 21. Oh my goodness, you will be able to chain together some really long blast combos, especially if you happen to draw this card. Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, I like 21 a lot. Again, I don't really like her synergy that much with 18 or even the other 21. People are talking about doing triple 21. You know, I don't really like that much either. But yeah. All right, so it's time for the finale. Let's take a look at the most exclusive character here. So here we go. So Gohan, here's a funny thing. I'm gonna look at him at 2-star because that's where most people are gonna be, and that's where I'm actually considering stopping. I'm not really gonna go deep on this banner. Even though I love Gohan and I love female warrior characters, I'm not going that deep on this banner just because I want to see something in terms of like what happens next week. Because I really do think, for the record, I've said it a lot. The Blue Trunks is going to get a Zenkai sooner than later. It might as well. It might even be like next week. That's not why I want to see something, but I also want to kind of just see how that works out for me personally in terms of dispersing my spending on the game a little more in terms of like spreading it out, because I'm just like, there's no point in going. I said this in my other video, I never went heavy anyway, right? Obviously I spend money on the game, so you can call me a whale, but I never went beyond like 6-star, and that was being generous, right? I never wanted to get red stars. I don't care about any of that. I never cared about any of that. Sure, they make fun videos, but I never even wanted that, you know? So I don't mind. I'm going to stop at 2 or 3 and just kind of call it a day. Assuming I even get this Gohan. I don't know. I'm debating on not even chasing. I don't know. Well, it'll be a first for me, man. And it's not because I can't. It's just, I don't know if I want to, you know? I don't know how much I can take, bro. So 3-star again, stats don't change because it's just a Z ability upgrade. Let's go to 6. There was a stat change at, what, 4 and 5? So there's that. So let's go to 6-star. Yeah, His stats are they're not terrible. It's just they're not great either. Actually a little underwhelming for an LF character. This is part of the issue. When you put out Zenkai characters, she's a free one, so again, it's a little bit different. But when you put out Zenkai characters with these massively monstrous high stats, but then put out the Legends Limited characters with their super low pull rates with decent stats, it really kind of hampers the Legends Limited characters, and that's why people say the Legends Limited character gets overshadowed by a Zenkai the following week, even though that's a meme. And I don't know if that's always true, but that has grounds because of the stat disbursement. Anyways, let's take a look at what he does here. Ultimate Arts card next. Draws the Explosive Dance. Okay. Restores Ki by 50. Gain Attribute Upgrade minus 100% to enemies' sustained damage cut effects. Okay, that's pretty good for 10 counts. Seals enemies' blue and green cards for 10 counts. That's pretty good too. Hopefully he has some health restoration here. I know he has like endurance, but hopefully he has like health restoration. Okay, so the following effects are like draw speed. Like, where's that stuff at? Okay, the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Okay, he has draw speed. Nice. Nice. All right, plus 25% of damage inflicted by allies. Ooh, for 15 counts. Okay, I talked about how this is really good when they enter the battlefield. So he'll automatically benefit from this, or if he wanted to sub out, he'll be able to buff other characters by 25%. There are no specifications on it either, like Sun Family or Future or whatever. So that's really good too. So I like that. That's awesome. Added utility is always nice. Plus 45% of damage inflicted can't be canceled, up to 90%. So he has to enter the battlefield twice, but he gets 90% cumulative. That's quite a bit, man. He's already over 100% on entry. That's quite a bit of damage inflicted. Okay, increases own draw speed by 1 level, can't be stacked. Thank you for the draw speed. Gogeta is crying. Also applies the following effects itself when there is a defeated battle member. So any ally defeated draws a green card next, activates twice when he enters the battlefield. Okay. So it'll only be one-time thing, and then he'll sub it again. He'll get the second one. You get the point. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for 15 counts, activates twice. So when he has a defeated battle member and he enters the battlefield, he gets these effects twice. So if you sub him out, sub him back in, he'll get it once more, blah, blah. So it's good. I just wish that he had the ability to nullify on command, like with the main ability. That's infinitely better than needing to have a defeated battle member, because if I can help it, I'd rather not have a defeated battle member at all. I'd rather win 3-0, right? Because it just keeps the utility there. So I wish this was something he could do on command. So maybe they felt it was too broken. I don't know. The following effects occur when changing cover. Nullifies enemies' blast arts. Activates during assists. Randomly destroys 2 enemies. He has a blast cover change. Looks like he has a blast arts cover change. Like LF Vegito Blue. Wouldn't that have been in the video? Did I miss that in the video? Huh. Or maybe it's just like Vados's. I mean, it destroys 2 cards, but it also nullifies and activates during assists. It looks like it's a cover change, special. Anyways, we'll find out. The following effects occur after the enemy's attack is over. Plus 25% of damage inflicted by allies again. Another supporting effect for everybody. Love it. Reduces damage received by 30%, can't be canceled, and activates once? Wait, what? He only gets that. Oh, I get it. So anytime he ever gets hit, by the way, by like a tap shot, or actually this isn't like this isn't terribly impressive. Most of the units that actually have this type of mechanic have the ally part built in, like purple cooler, blah, blah. So it's still really good to have it. It's just like I was kind of more impressed with it than I should have been. Anyways, plus 25%, and then also damage received buff. So he has to get hit once, and when he gets hit, he's going to get that. You'd prefer to take like tap shots. He's one of those characters, you take those tap punches, tap shots, because you're getting free buffs for that, like Kefla. You're getting free buffs for that stuff. So, not bad. Restores health by 40% only once when it reaches 0. Yeah, I guess that makes sense why he doesn't have normal health restoration, right? Anyways, strike card restores vanishing gauge by 10% upon activation. So this is really good. It's not super unique. I mean, there's not a ton of characters that do something like this, but like Yellow Goten comes to mind with his blasts. So, but I mean, it's really good. Still really good. By the way, he is a melee character. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. He's a melee character. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at the blue card here. Massive impact damage, plus 20% of damage inflicted for 15 counts upon activation. Seals enemy strikes on hit. Oh, Vados there. I love it. Also, the massive impact. The sealed art can't be used for 5 counts. Damage inflicted buff on activation. Like, it's also really good that he's getting these specific, or just general damage, buffs here. That's going to go a long way towards him doing a lot of damage. He has a lot of damage inflicted, like, across the board. And again, this is something that stacks. Like, he can use, if he takes a bunch of taps, he's going to get a bunch of buffs, right? That one doesn't stack, but just this one. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage inflicted. Okay, so here's the green card here. Restores ki by 50. That's a lot. Nullifies own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 20 counts. Okay. Reduces next damage sustained by 30%. Can't be stacked there. Applies until the enemy's combo is finished. Okay. And plus 20% of damage inflicted again. It's just a standstill one, though. It's not like a combo one or anything like that. 50 keys a lot, though. But it might be a tad bit redundant. But it's not bad. It just might be a tad bit redundant because this isn't a combo starter. You know, you can get 50 key just standing passively for maybe 10 counts. I mean, who am I to debate how hard that is to do? Massive impact damage here, plus 40% to the ultimate damage for 3 counts. Nullifies endurance. Okay. An additional 20% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts if own health remaining is 50% or below. So the good thing about this is it can work pre-endurance or after endurance. So pretty good. He'll do 60% more ultimate damage. So comboing the fact that he has a crap ton of damage inflicted buffs here. He has the strike card that does restore his vanish gauge. He has the endurance built in. He has card sealing. He has ally buff mechanics. He has the ability to automatically draw green cards. He has nullifying unfavorable element factors. He has a lot of stuff. He has a sealing strike that he puts into your deck. Z abilities for future, and it looks like hybrid in future, yeah. 28% and, okay, plus 15% as well to hybrid, say, in future characters like Gohan and Trunks. So there's that. This is the thing that they've been doing a little bit more recently. I guess expect that to continue. I'd rather have that, I guess, than 3 tags. Probably not. Anyways, so, yeah. He's got a lot going on, man. He seems on paper like he's going to be really good. If I'm reading him right now, I'd probably put him just in terms of raw kit, not in terms of teams and stuff, just raw kit. I'd probably put him ahead of Gogeta Blue, but below Broly. I need to see him in action, though. As always, we need to see the characters in action, but he does look impressive. And Future is going to be making a bit of a resurgence for the first time since the anniversary. Obviously, they picked up the Goku Black, and then they kind of just were slept on for a little bit in terms of releases for characters. Perfect Cell, Goku Black, blah, blah. It looks like they're going to be getting a little bit of a resurgence here now that they finally are branching out from being just God Key as well, because obviously God Key's picked up like UI and things like that. The team has changed a bit. But Vados, the teams changed a bit. But for a while there during the anniversary, they were pretty much 99% the same teams. So Future's looking like they're going to get some buffs here soon. So it might be a good team to invest in once again. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Long-winded video, longer than I wanted it to be, but hopefully you guys watched it. I appreciate it if you did. Voice crack and all. Have an awesome day, and I'll be seeing all of you in the next video.